Now there's so many thoughts going through my brain, and now I'm taking these shots like it's Novocaine. Yeah. Ooh, I fall apart.
Keep watching me when bubbles still keep real and fame. Dance with my dogs in the nighttime. In the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. Whip it in the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry.
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned.
Love, loss, and everything in between. Follow Yana in Enigma Productions' upcoming film, Alas 12.
Alas 12 na. Paalam.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine.
Lock your doors. It's time for another talk of the Unsolved.
This week's episode is going to be a little different since we're going to talk about the very recent First Street murders.
It has been the talk of the town these past few weeks. And for the kids out there, I beg, stay away from First Street.
Ironic, considering that our building is located in First Street.
It's quite unsettling, actually.
Enough of that, let's get right into the details. On the night of February 14, 2018, a group of 3 friends were walking down the infamous First Street. They had just gone from a night of fun and were stumbling on the pavement as they heard footsteps behind them. This didn't strike them as unusual, since First Street was known to be the way for most of the students that resided in the area.
Someone was walking behind them? So what?
Well, the next morning, one of the students was found decapitated on the middle of the street. The 2 remaining students were nowhere to be found and were declared missing the next day. The autopsy report of the first student revealed stab wounds on her stomach, strangulation, and the cause of death, decapitation.
Obviously, if you see a girl in the middle of the street with her head placed 5 feet away from her body, that's clearly how she died.
Shut up. Now, let's fast forward to a few days. On February 20, 2018, just 2 days since the first body was found, the second victim was found on the doorstep of one of the apartment buildings in First Street. Autopsy reveals that this particular victim died from 17 stabs on the back. However, this didn't stop there. Her organs were missing from her body. The police never found them.
What? So maybe the killers sold them to the black market.
We'll get to the theories later. But first, let's talk about the final victim. Probably the most gruesome of the 3. The body was actually found just 4 hours after the second victim. The girl's eyes were wide open, skin cold to the touch, arms and legs drawn with thin cuts that appeared as stripes on the girl's body. The most disturbing thing was the eternal smile cut on her face. All that's left was a note, jammed between the victim's mouth that read, "That's the last of my playmates, on the search for more."
Yikes! I don't want to go on a playdate with that guy.
Now, let's get on to the theories. Since there seems to be no specific motive, police and private investigators have been only to form 2 concrete theories.
Fine, let's hear it then.
First, police could only track the case to organ selling in the black market.
Organs? That definitely explains the creepy note.
Shut up, it's a police theory.
Well, would like to hear more theories then.
You're so...